Hi, welcome. I've been wanting to do this close-up review of this particular deck for such a long time. I absolutely adore this deck. Astrology reading cards, your personal guidance from the stars, from Alison Chester-Lambert. The illustrations are from Richard Crookes. I hope that's how you pronounce his name. But this deck, if you're into astrology, if you're into horoscopes, if you're into the planets, the signs, the houses, I so full-heartedly recommend this deck for so many different readings and for so many different reasons as well. So I wanted to show you all the ways that I use this deck and show you all the cards. It's kind of like multi-purpose. I purposely bought these cards first. I love horoscopes. Since I was a kid, always reading my horoscopes. And believe me, whenever they say, well, you can understand Mercury in retrograde, which is going to be all of March, and you know that plays with communications and things like that. But some other things, when they say like Jupiter is entering your third, like what does that really mean? And so with these cards, I would pull out the cards for each one and get a better visual understanding of what the horoscope even means. In addition to that, you can use these cards for your readings, and I'll show you how to do that. And in addition to that, you can just really get used to the planets, the signs, and the houses, and really learn. And it's such a great visual way to get up close to astrology. So anyway, let me show you the cards. It comes in this fabulous box, which I love. It's that magnet close. It's a beautiful, beautiful box. And the guidebook and the cards are amazing. I put tabs here, so just ignore the tabs. But the guidebook, why I put the tabs in, I want to show you. It is absolutely stunning. There are colored pictures in here for every sign. So funny, I flipped to Libra because that's what I am. Beautiful, colorful images of the cards, and we'll go into such detail. But what I wanted to show you on why I put tabs, it breaks it down. There are planet cards in here. And the planet cards, when you do a reading, you could pull a planet card, a sign card, and a house card and get your reading that way. And the planet cards, this says the planet cards represent the part of your personality engaged in the question or issue, the part of you that is activated or affected. So when you pull a planet card, that's going to represent the part of your personality that's, involved in the issue. Then you have the zodiac sign cards. And when you pull a card from the zodiac signs, the zodiac sign cards represent the universal energy that colors the question or issue, the main influence around you, or the general feeling around the matter. So the zodiac is about the universal energy that's around your issue and the main influence, the feeling of it. And then you have the house cards, and the house cards represent the area of your life affected by the question or the issue, the sphere of your life the matter is playing out. So again, you have the planets, which represent your personality that's involved. The zodiac sign is the feeling, the general feeling around the matter, the universal energy feeling about it, and the house cards are the area in which it affects. So you can pull a card from each pile and get your reading. But again, when I'll tell you, well, let me show you the cards, but also with astrology, when somebody says, like right now, Jupiter is in your third house. What does that mean? You could pull the Jupiter card and the third house card and understand visually what that means. So let me show you the stacks of cards. So you have, we'll do it in the order of what the book was. So you have the planet cards, the zodiac signs, and the house cards. And you could shuffle and pull one from each and get your reading that way. But let's go through the planet cards first. So here are the planet cards, and these are beautiful, large cards. So you have the planet cards, and here's Chiron, and it will have a beautiful image right on the card itself. Look how stunning this is. It's really gorgeous, gorgeous cards. I love them. Has the signs here, the symbols, and it says right on the card, your healing power, empathy, and ability to teach or learn remedies. Sorry. I can't even read today. Your healing power, empathy, and ability to teach or learn remedies. So it's your healing power. So right now, if you're a Libra in March, Chiron supposedly is in your sixth house. So it's talking about your healing power, empathy, and ability to teach or learn remedies, probably within your sixth house, and we'll check out what the sixth house is. So this is the first one. Again, that's the planets. Jupiter, look at this image. Your confidence, courage, self-belief, and luck. Yes, and Jupiter right now, if you're a Libra in March, it's in your third house. And we'll see what that means. But it means your confidence, courage, self-belief, and luck. Jupiter is the planet of luck. And look at how stunning these images are. I adore this deck. I absolutely adore it. It's an astrology dream if you're just starting out, if you're a beginner, if you're savvy. But I love the visuals in this, and it really helps you with astrology, with horoscopes, with and then even doing readings with these cards. Mars, your physical energy, drive, strength, and fighting spirit. Look at the passion, fiery energy of this card. It's fabulous. You have Mercury, and it says how you think, communicate, write, talk, and travel. Yes, so right now and all through March, Mercury is going to be in retrograde, so you know that that's going to affect how you think, communicate, write, talk, and travel. There might be mishaps with it when Mercury is in retrograde. We all can't stand when it's in retrograde. It affects all communications, basically. And what a fabulous graphic card. And it's a great, you can use it almost like a flashcard, and plus you can do readings with this deck. That's why I love it so much. It's like multi-purposeful. The Moon, your unconscious, sensitive, inner emotions and responses, and a beautiful card and the reflection in the water. I love these cards. I can't say enough good things about them. Neptune, your fantasies, yearnings, longings, and potential for illusion. Look at this fantastical card here. Just stunning cards. Pluto, your ability to transform, take a big leap forward, and rebirth. It's almost like a phoenix rising from the ashes or something. Saturn, the part of you that accepts challenge to gain wisdom. The Sun, your immortal spirit, purpose, and destiny is involved. I love that card. The light is amazing in this card. Then you have Uranus, your potential for sudden change, enlightenment, and awakening. Venus, the part of you that desires beauty, success, indulgence, and valuables. Then we have, Vesta, the goddess within, your sacred spiritual center and quiet dignity. I love it. So those were all the planets. And so then we get into the zodiac signs. And here we have Aquarius. This energy is freedom-loving, rebellious, idealistic, and technological. We have Aries. The energy around you is dynamic and spontaneous. Crusading, impulsive action is likely. Cancer. This energy is emotional, sensitive, caring, and loving. It may concern family, a mother, or a child. Capricorn. The energy around you is serious, materialistic, and hardworking. It bestows shrewdness and cautious ambition. So plus, if you're also trying to get up close to what signs, what are the key sign meanings, it helps too. I mean, there's so many ways this deck is so great at getting more up close with the planets, the zodiacs, and the houses. I mean, it's amazing how many ways you can use it. Gemini, the energy is communicative, mischievous, lively, witty, informative, stimulating, exchange is possible. Leo, the lion, the energy is flamboyant, dramatic, proud, passionate. It focuses on the importance of self-belief. Libra, this energy is diplomatic and gracious. It seeks harmony and balance in relationships. I love the cards, and it's so representative of the sign, each card. You have Pisces. This energy is wistful, endlessly loving, compassionate, forgiving. It confuses and softens resolve. Yeah, it confuses and softens resolve. Sagittarius. This energy involves power, imbues power, superior confidence, and enthusiasm with faith, good fortune, and authority. Scorpio. This energy is intense. It's masterful, thoughtful, and magnetically charming, but also secretive and possessive. And Taurus. The energy around you shows the abundance of nature. It is rich, earthy, productive, yet relaxed and slow. I love this card, it's so pretty. And Virgo, the energy around you is dutiful, hesitant, and humble, with a discriminating, diligent, and painstaking air. It's beautiful. At the end, I'll show you how you can do a reading with this deck, but right now, it's so amazing how you can really get the key elements of each sign, the planet cards. Again, you can use this when you're getting your astrology reading. You know, what does that mean when something is in your first house or your second house? You can see it visually. If you want to sneak at somebody's sign, what their key elements are, you can use this deck in so many different ways. I can't stress that enough. The first house, this is all about what people see and the impression you give. The second house, your assets, finances, and the things that you value. The third house, your potential to learn something, and your local neighborhood. So right now, if you're a Libra, I know that Jupiter is in your third house. So Jupiter, the planet of luck, expansion that we saw in here, the planet, along with this, the third house, it means it's Jupiter is affecting your potential to learn something in your local neighborhood. So you could be expanding on that. You know, you could do your reading that way too, over what literally is happening with the planets right now in your sign. If you go to a horoscope and see what planet is in your house, pull these cards to see how that's affecting you. Or at the end, I'll show you how you can do a reading just using these cards whenever you want, no matter what the actual planet placement is. You know what I mean? It's just amazing how many ways you can use this card is what I'm trying to stress, and how I use them. The fourth house, your home and the roots of your being. Love this card too. The fifth house, where you have fun, romance, and create things you're proud of. The sixth house, the work, health, and duty area of your life. Yeah, so right now, if you're a Libra, Chiron is in your sixth house, so it's probably healing your work, health, and duty area of your life. The seventh house, the area of your life is about long-term significant partners, romantic, business, or family. I love this card. The eighth house, the transformational area of your life, is about shared resources and intense emotions. The ninth house, I love this card, broadening your horizons, either spiritually, academically, or on a long journey. The 10th house, your achievements and status in the outside world. I always think of like the stars, you know, in the 10th house. The 11th house, where the cosmos grant wishes, luck, friends, and social occasions. And in the 12th house, this is the area of your life that is overwhelming. You yield to a greater sense, your greater cause or power. Oh, you yield to a greater cause or power. Yeah. The area of your life. Look how pretty this card is. So if you were going to do a reading, so again, let's pull, this is just an example, let's pull, again, from the planets. What you're going to get from a reading is the planets represent the part of your personality engaged. So let's see what part of our personality is engaged right now, being affected. Anybody who's watching this video. Okay. So funny. Mercury's in retrograde right now, which will affect everyone in the month of March. How bizarre this flipped out. Mercury, how you think, communicate, write, talk, and travel. Yes. Well, I'm sorry, but all of March, we're all going to be affected by Mercury. So that's hysterical that that fell out. And this also gives live you know, example of how accurate these cards are, by the way. So now we go to the zodiac sign, which is going to represent, you know, the universal energy, the main influence, the general feeling around it. What's going to be affecting us? Let's pick a zodiac sign of what's going to be affected here. I'm showing you how, an example of how you can get a reading, do a reading for yourself with these cards, besides all the other purposes I was babbling about throughout. Ooh, okay, so it's going to be affecting Capricorn. influence. The energy around you is serious, materialistic, hardworking. It bestows shrewdness and cautious ambition. Yeah, a lot of what's happening right now is like Virgo, your sixth house and stuff like that. So it's like all about duties. Capricorn is very serious. It's materialistic, hardworking. Yes, it's about cautious ambition. Paired with Mercury affecting our communications, we're going to have to be, ambitious and working with this energy of Mercury. Thinking, communicating, writing, that's how you're going to be achieving right now. Let's see. Again, and now the house cards, if you remember, the house cards represent the area that's being affected and like what house of your life. So let's see. The second house. Wow. Your assets, finances, and the things that you value. Wow. This is so accurate because right now all the planets are in our workhouses, kind of affecting everyone. We do have Mercury in retrograde right now. You don't even have to know that when you're doing your reading. So if you got this in a reading, you know that how you think, communicate, write, talk, Mercury is affecting you right now. And it's going to be affecting you where? The energy that is around you is going to be serious, materialistic, hardworking. It's about being shrewd and cautious ambition. And here it's affecting your second house, your assets, finances, and the things that you value. So you're going to be very work-oriented, very practical, very focused on how you think and talk and communicate. That's going to be affecting your second house, which is all about your assets, your work, and the energy around you is favoring being serious and hardworking right now, which, to be honest, if you look at the planet placements right now, even though it's mentioning maybe different planets or different houses, it's the same exact message. Right now, we're all very focused on work. Mercury is going to be in retrograde, so we are going to have to be extra focused on how we're thinking and communicating right now, because you might have to double down, turn around, overview the details and what you're saying. You might, things get wonky with Mercury, so you have to make sure that you're being clear with your communications and what you're thinking and speaking. And Capricorn, it's all about hard work, and it's all about your assets, and this is all work oriented. So it's all coming out, and depending on what's going on with your life, you can get more out of the cards, but that's just a general reading. But again, so one way to use these cards is do a reading like this. Another way is just to get more familiar with the houses, the signs, and the planets. And another way that I use it very often is when I'm reading or getting planet information of my horoscope that says something like Chiron is in your third house or Jupiter is in your sixth house. What does that mean? So I would go and pull like Jupiter in my sixth house. What does that mean? So I would pull the Jupiter card from here. Jupiter. If I get Jupiter, say it's in my third house. Was it in my third house? Just pretend it is in my third house. Yeah. So if you know that in your horoscope, you could read these two cards together and see visually what does that really mean for me with the planet placement. Just amazing. So I just want to say again, I mean, the different ways that I use this is just so multifaceted. I know I'm babbling on, but if you're into astrology or horoscopes or signs or the planets or the houses and want to get a better idea, I can't recommend this deck enough, because you can really get up close and visually learn, almost like flashcards. Get more familiar with the planets, the zodiac signs, and the houses. You can do readings with these cards. You can also, when you read horoscopes and know literally which planet is in what house, get a more visual understanding of what that means. I could go on. And again, it comes with an amazing guidebook with these full color pictures of each card, and it goes into quite depth. Say with Libra, I keep turning to Libra, my card, but it really goes into quite extensive detail of each sign. So you could really get up close and personal with all these signs, with all the houses, and really learn a lot. So I fully recommend this deck, Astrology Reading Cards, Your Personal Guidance from the Stars, Alison, Chester-Lambert. Amazing deck. And I don't know, I mean, I've seen it around, people do reviews, but I don't see people ranting, amazingly about this deck that much. And I can't say enough good things about it. And if you are in the least bit interested, this is where the cover, and it's a beautiful box again with the magnet close, and it all comes very neatly packed it all together with the book and the cards in here. If you're into astrology, horoscopes, getting up, just learning more about the planets, the zodiacs, and the houses, I cannot recommend this enough. I really can't. I absolutely love it, and it's my go-to, to get up close and personal with the cards, with the signs, with the planets, with the houses. I do readings from it. Um, but I use it in so many multi-purpose ways that it was like the best buy when it came to astrology and horoscopes and all of that. So this has been my close-up review, and check my channel for other close-up reviews. You might find some more decks there. Take care. Bye-bye.